Earlier this evening, I had the opportunity to lead a creative writing workshop for a group of teens at one of my local libraries. And it was such a fun experience. I always love working with teens because they have such amazing imaginations. And it's just a lot of fun to hear their ideas and things like that. But while I was talking with them, I mentioned how important it is to know your reason why, the reason why you are writing or whatever you choose to do in life. That knowing that reason why is super important for the hard days, for the difficult days, because we have difficult days in whatever it is we're doing. And so, because I was talking to them about that, it just kind of came to my mind, and I thought maybe I'd share my reason why with you. And I'd love to hear your reason why. So, here is mine, and I'm going to actually share my screen so you guys can see. I made this a while ago, and I have this printed out, and it is on a little board that sits right above my computer so I can look at it when I'm writing. So, my reason why I write from my heart to tell tales of the soul in order to inspire people of all ages and leave a literary legacy for my family and for generations of readers to come. So, a little bit about this. When you are setting out to start a business of any sort, and being an author is a business, you are challenged to come up with your mission statement and typically a tagline. Most brands have some sort of a tagline and all of these things. And these are all things that I came up with. And through the process, you kind of start out with this big, long, like, why I'm doing this kind of thing. And then you kind of pare it down and you get to the heart of what you're doing. And that's kind of where this came from. You know, I knew that I wasn't going to only write for adults. I knew that I wasn't only going to write one genre. All of these things that I knew about myself and where I was going with my writing were things that could make it a little tricky when you're trying to market yourself or define your brand, or, you know, however you want to say it. When I thought about the idea of coming up with a tagline for who I was as an author, it just seemed like a daunting task because I am multi-genre. I don't just write for one age audience. I write fiction and nonfiction, you know, all of these things. So as I kept kind of working through this and thinking about the heart of why I am writing and what I want to accomplish with this, I came up with this for my reason why. And that's where I came up with what I call my tagline of writing the soul with heart. So a big part of everything for me is I want my words to matter. I don't want to just write something for the sake of writing it. I don't want to just throw words out there or write something that isn't going to be lasting. So I wanted to make sure that whatever I write could be lasting. And I wanted to get to the soul, the essence of who people are with what I write and what I share. And I wanted to do that from my heart. In other words, I wanted to make sure that everything that I do is 100% me. I'm not writing something because it's what I think people want to hear, or because I think it'll make me popular, or because I think it'll sell. That's not why. That's not my reason why. And all of these things, you know, as I worked through pages and pages and pages of why am I doing this? What is this going to look like? You know, what do I want my legacy to be, literarily speaking? It all came down to these things. It all came down to this reason why, and it came down to that simple tagline. Believe it or not, as varied as my interests are and my writing is, it all comes down to this tagline, writing the soul with heart. So that's who I am in a nutshell.